Hey guys, it's MazeMan112 and I'm back bringing you guys another Call of Duty video. Where in the hell have I been? What the hell have I been doing? Maybe another day. I've just been kind of busy with the wife, the family, the kids, everything just kind of goes all crazy all at once. But I'm missing the game. I'm missing the YouTube scene. I've always kind of been there in the shadows lurking. But today's video, I want to talk about one thing actually. I want to talk about Major League Gaming, and all that kind of fun junk, because anyone who plays Call of Duty always envisions that they're going to be able to play Major League on the highest stands, and I'll be there with Scump and Crim6 and everybody. And it's kind of hard to put those expectations into reality. And we all know how it goes. If you're into the point where you're watching videos on YouTube or you're following the scene closely, chances are you're probably the best player in your little friend circle. That's how it normally works. And you kind of go up from there and you get your online friends versus your, IRL friends and all that kind of stuff. And you reach a point where you want to go further. You want to, you watch the videos, you're watching the people playing competitively, and you want to know, could I do that myself? Am I good enough? Am I capable of performing at that level? And to me, I have two examples, two people who have recently. One is a close friend of mine who I've known for a while. He's my age. And the other one is someone I met on YouTube, and I think he's a junior in high school right now. And these are two really prime examples of both people who, they're both good quality players. But the thing is, both are having this issue of, can I do this or not? Now, one of them has never played before, and oddly, this is the older guy. He's 30. Now, we all think in the ages of, Major League Gaming that 30 is freaking ancient. And it kind of is. And the question is whether or not you can have the reactions. But my big thing is the time, the schedule to allow you to be able to play well enough to be a Call of Duty, pro, or a pro gamer in general. Because if you look at it, the ages always skew lower. And when I go ahead and try pulling up, the best thing I could pull up for a Major League gamer, the average age is just under 20. Now, I don't know if that skews a little bit higher, because in a lot of spots you have to be 18 to participate in tournaments, and whether or not that has an issue. Some states like Alabama, for some reason, has it where you have to be 19. And also, if you go ahead and look at the average salary, it's right around $50,000. Now, everyone thinks that there's buku bucks in Major League Gaming, and there's definitely money to be made, but it's a very small number that are able to make that large of a salary. So my question is there an age that's too old to kind of go into competitive Call of Duty? If you look at people like Big Timer was the #1 Call of Duty player in Call of Duty 4, COD 4, and he's been retired now for, I think, two or 3 years, and he's like 26, 27 years old. So the question is, why did he retire, or was it just, was it time, all that other kind of stuff. But I think it boils down to one thing, and it's not age. It's, do you have the drive, the determination to become the greatest at whatever you choose to do? If you look at greatness in general, it always stems from having two things, and this rare combination coming. One, you do need to have the God-given, or this pure ability to do what you want to do, but you also have to have that drive. And that's really what separates everybody. If you go ahead and look at some of the greatest players of all time, look at Michael Jordan. Now, everyone thinks Michael Jordan is the greatest because he just has the skill. Look at the guy. When he's inducted to the Hall of Fame, he's still dissing guys who burned him way back in high school. He'll repeatedly tell you the story about in high school how he got cut his sophomore year for another guy who was 6'6". And still holds that guy accountable for it. It's that drive, that determination that sets you apart. You have to be the one who's willing to sit down and play for 8 hours a day, just grinding away. And yes, it's going to take a long time to get noticed. I mean, you look at the Call of Duty scene, you have millions of people who want to be the same thing that you are. How do you get noticed in millions of people? Well, you get yourself embraced and just intertwined in the entire community from everywhere. You're always on the forums, talking to everybody, reaching out, you're putting out. If you're on YouTube, and one of them is on YouTube, that's how I met him, you're putting out videos about Call of Duty, about the competitive scene and what you're trying to do, and letting it be known that you're out here trying to get a name for yourself, trying to get that sponsored trip, because everyone knows that it's just not financially feasible to do this without having sponsorship and funding from some type of organization. It's not. People cannot drive or fly themselves, put themselves up in a hotel room all across the country, for a chance to win. Really, it's not a ton of money. That's not what's being made. The money's being made on the marketing side of things. It's not the prize pools. Do I think that will go up? Most likely it will go up. Do I think Call of Duty will be the game to do that? I don't know, because we've been sitting here with the Call of Duty, and you've always seen it. It's not the #1 game out there. You always are going to have your League of Legends, your Dota, and now you have the Heroes of the Storm. The MOBAs tend to really kind of dominate the competitive Call of Duty scene, and they are the ones who are able to really pull down those large prize pools. Now that could change. You've seen a little people with some Counter-Strike playing some CSGO, and you're starting to see a little bit higher things, but generally those are all on the PC side of things. So I'm wondering, since we're about to see a possible shift from Major League Gaming to a different console, is the consoles what's holding back the community and the prize pools? And I don't know if that's true or if it's just me kind of talking on my ass, because it does make sense, because you always have this war between the consoles. You know, which one's better and all this stuff. And it's the same way with the marketing. You're only going to have one company. With PC, you don't have that fight. Now, I know if you look at some of the games, I mean, sure, your MOBAs are all on PC, but you have a way larger community base there. And when you have a larger community base, it only brings in more funding, because unlike consoles, which consoles, they say now they're supposed to be good for a decade. I don't know. I feel like the Xbox One's just a piece of crap, but it could just be purely from the software side of things, and the hardware's all good. With PCs, you're going to have to update them all the time. So you have big, like, NVIDIA, and you have, you know, the GeForce, which I guess is also NVIDIA. But you have, you know, Intel, AMD, you have Razer, you have all these gaming PC companies coming out and putting out the sponsorship money to get these people in it. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. And if you guys feel like it, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.